this is what we are going to do. We are going to hear a call to action. And I would invite two speakers to help us in this call to action. What do we want you to do? All of you who are watching us, what do we want you to do for us? For NDC, for JM, but most importantly for Ghana. Let us welcome the 10th president of the Accra College of Education, a young, dynamic, brilliant, astute leader, as she comes and speaks to us. Thank you very much. Karen Na Oyo Kote.
Girls, we run this mother. Yeah. Girls, we run this mother. Yeah. Girls, we run this mother. Yeah. Girls, we run this mother. Who run the world? Girls. 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 Who run this mother? Who run this mother?
Thank you. Chobai! Oh, that place is down. We have the youth here. Chobai! Youth! Power! Action! I'm so excited to be here this afternoon. I'm Karen, by the way. I love ice cream. And I love my Saturday morning wachi. Of course, with plain tishito. Anyways, yes, with Willie. Anyways, this afternoon's conversation is not about my favorite atomic wachi. December 7, 2024 is a big day for young girls like me. And my girls and I want to tell you why. I came here with some of my friends, Gifty, Elsie, Priscilla, and my very adorable Selma Yoda, former 10th president of KMUST. Young girls and women like us do have dreams. My dreams actually scares me. I want to be a great woman, and I want to be a responsible leader in our dear nation, Ghana. As young girls, we understand that we must coexist and work together with other men and women to advance the cause of gender parity and ensure our country develops. Yet, are you not surprised that when a woman is running for SRC president in our universities or training colleges, it becomes so shocking that she is doing so? It is like she shouldn't be venturing into that arena. It's not a space. Most of you listening to me here have probably attended universities and know that what I'm saying is the truth. That the SRC president is for males and that women should be put into a small corner and must be content with roles like Women's Commissioner, General Secretary, and Treasurer. Yes, Women's Commissioner. In some of our middle schools, the boys are automatically carved out to be the head prefects, and ladies asked to be assistant girls prefects. In our schools, the boys prefects are automatically carved to deliver the school's speech and prize giving day speeches. On occasions where folks are needed for a speaker for vote of thanks, or someone to share item 13, or the ashes, we look for the ladies. We have unfortunately and unknowingly been teaching our girls that top leadership is not meant for them. When a woman becomes MD of a company, it's historic. When she becomes the vice chancellor in a university that probably has more females than males, it's historic. So we often hear the first woman to do this, the first woman to do that, the first woman to be here. But we never hear the first man to do this. Hello? We are in 2024. Our country gave women the right to vote at independence. We are a country that should adore and encourage women to be great leaders. Breaking barriers and leading should be a norm. Oh, if you are clapping, clap better. Prof. Nana headed UCC as Vice Chancellor. And her stellar performance in that university has contributed to its elevation to prominence as the leading public university globally in research. She became cabinet minister and ended her tenure as Minister for Education, unblemished, without an allegation of even a cedi stolen by her or in her name. This is a woman who was elected to the executive board of UNESCO. Yet, when she was announced as running mate, NPP top guns purchased Facebook bots and rented media started framing her as grandma in the name of political cynicism and without taking a moment to reflect over her achievements in 2024. Indeed, a leading NPP political figure questioned President John Mahama for choosing a female running mate right in our House of Representatives, our parliament, in 2024. A place where out of the 275 members, we have only 40 to be women. In a republic where there are more women than men. I don't know what they were thinking. But we young people, we love our grandmothers. And in fact, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman is a super cool grandmother. She reminds us of what we can achieve if we aim higher. She is a powerful reminder that with perseverance, young girls like us can bring something to the table. That your wife, your sister, your mother, your daughter, and probably many other young girls like me can become the vice president or president of Ghana. Are you clapping for that? And that is why she's opening the door for all of us. She inspires us to dream, to be successful leaders in banking, academia, business, and many others. We have confidence in President John Dramani Mahama. In spite of the naysayers against his choice by the people, standing in the way of progress of women, he stood his ground because he is visionary and understands fully well the importance of opening the door for women. This means a lot to us women. Can we give a round of applause to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama? Hello, my fellow young women. Are you there? Oh, my fellow young women, are you there? I can't feel your vimo. Are you there? Are you there? Oh, can we shout? Let's go out in our numbers. Come December 7, 2024. Let's go out there and support our super cool grandmother, Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman. I call her the selfless, the experienced, the incorruptible Auntie Nana. And myself, my girls and I, and all the boys out there who were equally born by women, officially outdoor her today, her campaign. am with her campaign. Yes, we are with her. We are with Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman. Let's go all out and campaign for John Dramani Mahama and Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman. This is a forward fight for our democracy, and I invite every woman, young or old, to join in this fight. In the remember, Jane. Gamaya Bielo. Mita my wega fio dani mashibiene. Min banefai, kejegbe ke ya ne. Efia no bacho, obake John and Jane. Meaning ke. Efia no bacho obake mini. Efia no bacho obake mini. Ejake wo oblaye ka oblahiye. John ke Jane. Ameye jemo kpakpa ke hawo. Na me jemo kpakpa ke ha Ghana ma bife. Nya yi wa don.
We are so proud of you. Next, and last but certainly not the least, we have our second call to action. Thank you very much, Vuvuzela. Thank you. We would hear from a former NUC's General Secretary and a current student at the University of Ghana School of Law. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades, young people of our nation, welcome on stage, Julius Kwame Anthony.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Ouch. Balutaye. It's the Balutaye. Goye mama. Yeah, goye mama. Can't Johnny Wafa. Yeah, goye mama. Yeah, yeah. Boys, it's a or a tea, nice. Never did I fancy chat. Never did I fancy chat. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is therefore and young fancy chat. I will stand on existing protocols and recognize with deep respect and gratitude His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the next President of the Republic, come January 7, 2025. I also recognize with pride the history maker, the record setter, the next Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman. Leadership of the NDC, ladies and gentlemen, comrades, there is no time, not just in this auditorium, But for our beloved Ghana, there is no time at all. We are in the eye of the worst crisis ever to be seen in a generation. Every sector of our economy is in ruins. Take it from health. Just yesterday, people died at Kolebu because we don't have 2 million Ghana cedis to pay for dialysis. Take it from education. Our GETS fund has been dissipated. Our students cannot pay school fees because to afford a master's in Ghana today, you must hold about 15,000 to 30,000 cedis. Take it from agriculture. Our country is in peril. Agricultural growth is in the negative. Young people who venture into farming grow poor simply because the cost of fertilizer increases on a daily basis. Take it from housing. As Solomon rightly stated, unenforced laws are useless. There are many of us young people here today who still owe rent. Our landlords are after us and nothing is being done about it. My friends, everywhere and everything has collapsed under the corrupt and failed leadership of President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And out of desperation, our young people are looking for any and every means out of this country. Today, there is more pride and dignity in cleaning toilets in Europe than acquiring degrees in Ghana. We have a situation today where young people would gladly tell you that I would grab a Dutch passport and be a toilet cleaner than stay in Ghana. And what is the reason why? Our country has been plundered, our country has been ripped off, and corruption has taken over the fabrics of this country. And in the face of all this predicament, when young people raise their voices and speak up against the gross injustice and demonstrate against the abuse of power, we are told in a very condescending manner, go face yourselves. We are told to go face ourselves. How do we face ourselves when our parents die at Kolebu simply because the government cannot buy products for dialysis treatment? How do we face ourselves? Then these same young people who must fix themselves in Ghana suddenly become the best care workers when they find themselves in the United States or in the United Kingdom. How did we get here? Well, while out of desperation, young people want to flee the shores of Ghana. Leaving Ghana is only one of the options or alternatives of privilege that the people, the class that has seized this country for themselves, do. I speak from a sad heart when I talk about the fact that the young boy from Adafianu in the Volta region would not be able to get a scholarship at the scholarship secretariat, but the daughter of the chairperson of GMPC, who increases his own salary by 400%, whose son has millions of dollars to offer to buy state assets, get scholarships to go and qualify for the bar of England and Wales. Tell me, friends, explain to me, how does a person qualifying to practice at the bar of England and Wales benefit the people of the Republic of Ghana? But it goes only to show that the benefit is about a certain class of people who want to keep themselves in power, perpetuate themselves, keep themselves above you every now and then, and we must go out December 7 to reject those people. If not for sheer wickedness, sheer insensitivity, lack of conscience, and thieving classism, and I want to take that part again, thieving classism. Explain to me why it makes sense that young people are told today that in the face of unemployment to the tune of 28%, in the face of young people up to 2 million without jobs, without training or skill, we are told that our way out of life is to borrow. Listen to me. No matter how they sugarcoat it, no matter how they say it in English, no matter how flowery they make it, if anybody tells you that without jobs, he is giving you a system where you can borrow, they are asking you to live your very basic life every day on borrowing. That proposition is on the ballot, and that proposition must be rejected. president's daughter knows that without money in the accounts and without assurances to creditors that you can pay, nobody gives anything to anybody. And that is why the president's daughter, within a span of 7 years, has registered almost 50 companies. And the president's daughter gets from the same Ministry of Health, who is unable to post nurses, who is unable to pay salaries to nurses, contracts to the tune of $34 million. They are securing their futures while asking you to live on debt. That is what they are doing. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is the stark reality of our country today. And I am here to tell you just one simple message. We need a change of direction. The direction we are on to has no promise for us young people. The only promise it leaves us is that we must join the people of other African countries and start going through the deserts to locate ourselves somewhere in Europe. That is where it is leading us. Because if I must borrow to buy parts, then there is no future for our young girls. There's no future at all. And so if we have a situation where these people, who somewhere within the periods of 2012 to 2016, President John Dramani Mahama, in the interest of protecting our young girls, was providing free sanitary products for them, tell you that it is an evil proposition, then turn around today and put taxes on those same products. These same people are on the ballot. And you have to make a choice between them and President Mahama. Now, something starkly distinguishes President Mahama from any other candidate, specifically candidate Bawumia in this election. And this is it. President Mahama's propositions, from digitalization to health to infrastructure, name it, have a correlation and trace to something he has done in the past before. Trace Vice President Bawumia's promises to anything he has done before, and it is failed promises upon failed promises. I start on this note. President Mahama tells you that he is going to make an investment of $50 million in the fintech industry. I can trace you immediately to an investment of $27 million in the pharmaceutical industry. Today, and that is track record. That is what Bawumia lacks. Today, our pharmaceutical industry is exporting products to the whole of West Africa because of that investment. That investment which President Mahama proposes this time is going to be linked to the records of his achievement in the digital and innovation industry. I speak to you today to remind you that the Accra Digital Center is linked to this initiative of training 1 million coders. That is track record. Tell me how Vice President Bawumia can link credit scoring to his record of high interest rates, to his record of the state itself being in debt, to his record of increasing exchange rates on a daily basis. Tell me. And to my sisters, I speak about this particular initiative more dearly because the empowerment of women is at the core of the growth of any nation. And until we give women capital and the means to develop their own businesses, we cannot empower them enough. Just giving positions won't be enough. Of course, it will set the example. It will give the inspiration. But women must own capital to be able to be sustainably developed. And so the Women's Bank proposition, which President Mahama makes, is in sharp contrast to the promises of Mahamudu Bawumia, who tells you that borrow to buy parts. It's in sharp contrast with it. And so, this is a call on you. You have a duty come December 7, 2024, to rescue this country from a future of credit. I want to tell you this story, and I'll be ending on it. In every neighborhood, there is this provision shop where once a while you may see an inscription on it, no credit, to deter a prolific borrower or credit purchaser from coming to that shop. Ladies and gentlemen, how many of us in this auditorium and wherever you are under the sound of my voice wants to be the inspiration behind that inscription? The future Mahamudu Bawumia proposes to you is a situation where even if you will not get the no credit signal in town, you'll be receiving it in your emails because you have been living on borrowing too much. And so while President Mahama promises job and the future of self-development, Vice President Bawumia promises you debt even into your graves. And that is on the ballot. And so come December 7, 2024, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow young people, you owe a duty to our aged persons who saved throughout their lives, only for this government to literally seize it from them. They call it debt restructuring and whatever, to deceive you about the reality of what it is they have done. People saved all their lives, only for one president to seize all of it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you have an obligation as young people to save that generation as well, not only your generation. Ladies and gentlemen, you have an obligation to save the younger generation in our basic schools who do not have textbooks today. But the president thinks that printing Pasco through sole source deals to his friends is a way to develop them. You have a duty to them as well because they would not be voting. And so I am calling on you, wherever you are, anywhere in the country, whether in Accra, in the Volta region, in the north, in the hinterlands, the duty is one. Make sure that come December 7, 2024, you mobilize people in your community, you move from house to house, remind the people of Ghana the dire situation we have to save ourselves from. And President Mahama represents candor, honesty. Today, Vice President Bawumia cannot subject himself even to a single media interview. Vice President Bawumia cannot. But President Mahama represents that credibility that is lacking in our system. He subjected himself to serious media scrutiny, and beyond that, President Mahama is the only former head of state to subject himself to an investigation of the state institution and came out cleared, clean, white, and acquitted. That is the credibility we need going into the future if our young people are going to be safe, if we will be protected, if we will have jobs, and if we will not have debt saddled around us. And so on this note, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage all of you, on December 7th, even before December 7th, start the mobilization. Let's get John Dramani Mahama and Professor Jainana Opoku-Agyeman elected to the presidency once again to save the future of this country. Thank you very much. God bless our homeland, Ghana.
The future is bright indeed. Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing useful to add. The rescue mission is on. The reset is upon us. And change is certainly coming. All aboard the moving train. Action, action, action. And so, ladies and gentlemen, before the time we've all been waiting for, to hear from the man of the moment, let me just ask, if you're watching us as a young person, any corner of the earth, any corner of the country, please take a phone, take a paper and pen and write this number, 059692067. If you're in this hall, please write this number down as well, 059692067. This is the contact to the youth call center. Act now, this moment, this minute. Give us a call and find out in what ways you can join the NDC 2024 campaign and in what ways you can register to be part of your future. Take action now. Please take this number, call the call center, and we will help you along your way to prosperity, to a future that we are all building together. And I would like to also quickly add and acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Margaret Ansei Mago, who is the National Women's Wing Task Force Coordinator, representing our indefatigable Women's Commander, Dr. Anabisu Mago. Where are you? Thank you. Please show her some love. I also like to acknowledge briefly and quickly Honorable Kwesi Opong Fosu, former local government minister, Honorable Yile Chire, my own father. Thank you for the love, the mentorship, the guidance. Yes, we love you very much. Lawyer Wanda Kuto, NEC member, Honorable Mavis from Pong, former minister Eastern Region, Honorable Yakubu Al-Hassan, former MP, Deputy Minister Agric, and Concerned Drivers Association. Sharaf Mahama, where are you? Get up, get up. Rise into the witness box. Sharaf, do you give your father to the country for the next 4 years? We should take him. We have him. The eyes have it. Thank you, Sharaf, for the work you're also doing in mobilizing the youth. We appreciate that. All hands on board. Ladies and gentlemen, now let us welcome upstage our brother, the chair of the Youth Manifesto Committee, to come up and do us the honors. Whilst he's at it, he will be welcoming His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Let us welcome the hard-working Julian M. Kobina. Please show him some love. Show him some love.
Youth, power. It's a change. It's a big change for all of us. Thank you, everyone. I have a very simple job today, probably the semester of the afternoon, to introduce to you Ghana's next president and the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress. I do this on behalf of the Manifesto Committee that works under the White Council of Professor Danso Boafo and Nana Oyeado, and also the leadership of the National Youth Wing of the NDC. The job of a president is a very sensitive and difficult job. Even more complex is the job of a president of a nation that's under decline, like we have in this country. That's why the choice of the next president is very crucial. We must put our best foot forward as a nation. His Excellency John Dramani knows the pulse of the nation. He knows the heart of this nation. He's been an assembly member, member of parliament, deputy minister, vice president, and president. Today, he comes to us also as a citizen, as one of us. He is the most qualified to do this job as Ghana's president, and then from day one, he will begin to register to this nation with all the experiences he has gathered as a faithful Ghanaian. He comes to the table with a lot of experience, the benefit of hindsight, and the clarity of vision that our public needs so much in this dire need of our circumstances. You know, folks, our president is also our chief diplomat. We need a consummate diplomat, a man with the gravitas to be our best bet and our representative in the Committee of Nations. You can walk around and compare with all the other candidates running for elections in this 2024. So here comes a man, H.G. John Dramani Mahama, former chair of ECOWAS. In 2003, he became a member of the Pan-African Parliament, serving as the chairperson of West African Caucus until 2011. He was also a member of the European and Pan-African Parliament Ad hoc Committee on Corporations. On June 2014, he was elected the chairperson of the African High-Level African Trade Committee. He became a member of the UNDP Advisory Committee on Conflict Resolution. Again in 2016, he co-chaired the Sustainable Development Goals Advocates Group, working to achieve the UN Sustainable Development Goals. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, it is the honor of my life to introduce to the podium our next president, the man who leads the reform of our nation, our Nehemiah, our Ezra, and our new David. Thank you very much. God bless you.
And a change.
Mumbai and sorry and red, yeah, Woterashi, Nina, Yawo, Eka, Gana, Naneman, Sakia. Let us rise for a change. Sorry and red, yeah. A vote for Bahama is a vote for Ghana. Ghana needs the best thing. Yawo, Eka, Gana, Naneman, Sakia.
John Mahama is the man for us.
Oh, Ghana needs a change. Let us rise for a change.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to our youth commanders. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me acknowledge our General Secretary, Fifi Fiabekwete. Let me acknowledge my running mate in whom I'm well pleased, Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyemang. Let me acknowledge our youth commander, George Opariado, aka Pablo. Let me acknowledge our vice chairman of our party who are here present. Let me acknowledge my campaign manager, Professor Joshua Alabi, and acknowledge the chair of our Manifesto drafting committee, Professor Danso Boafo, and indeed all the distinguished personalities here. Let me acknowledge you in the words of our dear departed former President John Evans Atta Mills and say, my brothers and sisters. Thank you very much, and I'm happy to join you on the occasion of International Youth Day. To all of you, my children, my nieces and nephews, my sisters and brothers, and my beloved, talented, and dynamic young Ghanaians, I want to thank you for the honor. And I'm excited to have the opportunity to launch the National Democratic Congress Youth Manifesto before you today on August the 12th. As you have just heard from the various presentations that have been made, the NDC's Youth Manifesto is the blueprint for our commitment to empowering the youth of Ghana and unlocking your potential for sustainable development. The theme for this year's International Youth Day is From Cliques to Progress, Youth Digital Pathways for Sustainable Development. Indeed, this theme perfectly underscores the transformative power of digital technologies in driving progress and shaping the future of our young people. as we celebrate young people's contribution to leveraging digital tools for positive change, I am proud to reaffirm our pledge, the Mahama and Nana Jane administration's pledge, to upskill digital skills and training for Ghanaian youth. We envision a future where every young Ghanaian has the opportunity to thrive in the digital age. And that is why we are committed to supporting digital startups and incubation hubs and training 1 million young Ghanaians in coding. And if you want to know who has plagiarized who, go to the NDC 2020 Manifesto and look at page 88, and you see the Million Coders program there. Additionally, we will invest the equivalent of $3 billion in collaboration with the private sector to build a vibrant technology and fintech industry that will create jobs and boost economic growth in Ghana. The 24-hour economy policy we will implement in 2025 is a game changer that will open new job markets, foster entrepreneurship, and drive innovation. By creating an enabling environment for young people to thrive, we will lay the foundation for a prosperous future for all Ghanaians, not just a few. But our commitment to the youth goes beyond digital empowerment. The NDC Youth Manifesto outlines several key initiatives, including increased access to quality education from the basic and second cycle to tertiary levels, affordable health care, and numerous job creation programs. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to acknowledge the commendable efforts of our National Youth Wing led by indomitable George Opariado, aka Pablo. For this excellent, well-choreographed youth event. Since I launched Ghana's first national youth policy in Cape Coast in 2010, during my tenure as Vice President of this country, I remain committed to recognizing and honoring our youth on International Youth Day. And as President, I consistently hosted gatherings with young people and youth development stakeholders to celebrate the ingenuity and contribution of the youth to our country. And indeed, one of the most memorable of those occasions was the day I spent with a young cocoa farmer and his family in Asen North. We were later to come and win a historic by-election in that constituency. Also during my presidency, my government prioritized investments in youth development across various sectors, including education, skills training, health, recreation, sports, and job creation. We expanded access to skills training opportunities throughout the country, as well as to teacher and nursing training programs and tertiary education. I also purposefully appointed intelligent and hard-working young men and women to serve in my government, and they performed creditably well. Ladies and gentlemen, their excellent performance gives me the confidence to appoint more young people to serve in my government from January 2025. God willing, when I am voted president. You just saw the talent that was displayed here this morning. We have the young men and we have the young women. The National Youth Authority Act, which was enacted in 2016, strengthened the framework for youth development. And that piece of legislation streamlined the operations of the National Youth Authority. It increased youth representation on its governing board from 1 a single one, to 3 members, and recognized the establishment of the Ghana Youth Federation as a platform for all youth-led organizations. The law also mandated the creation of regional and district youth committees to encourage youth involvement in decision-making. And importantly, it allocated a portion of the District Assembly's Common Fund to enhance youth development, addressing the centuries-old complaint of resource constraints. Unfortunately, the District Assembly's Common Fund is not being paid. It's many quarters in arrears. The challenges facing our youth: mismanagement of our economy, pervasive corruption, nepotism, and poor governance under the current administration have combined to negatively impact the youth of Ghana. Many young people are eager and ready to work, but the struggle to find employment is a huge challenge. The rising unemployment rate, which currently stands at a staggering 14.7%, was worsened by the recent banking sector cleanup, which led to widespread job losses, especially among the banking and finance professionals. Other statistics that show the dire situation of Ghanaian youth is a 21.7% youth unemployment rate. The 8 million Ghanaians who went a day without food last year, and many of them young people. And you heard about 001 and 100 and 010. And also the 1.9 million young people, youth, who are not in employment, they are not in education, and they are not in skills training. The harsh business climate has caused numerous businesses to collapse, leading to further layoffs. The ongoing crisis is fostering frustration amongst young people, increasing poverty, social unrest, and disenchantment with the whole democratic process. The scarcity of job opportunities compels many young individuals to resort to low-paying informal work or seeking opportunities abroad, thereby exacerbating the brain drain that hampers our national development. And if you go to Nigeria, they call it jakpaing. To jakpa means to run away from your country and go abroad. This reality perpetuates inequalities and undermines social stability, as the potential of our youth remains untapped. To tackle these issues, I have proposed a sustainable vision to reset Ghana by introducing we need a reset by introducing and aggressively implementing the 24-hour economy policy. If you are hearing about the 24-hour economy initiative for the first time, or you are pretending that you do not know what it is about, please cock your ears now and listen to me explain it again. This is a policy that is not peculiar only to Ghana. A 24-hour economy will enable one job to be shared across 3 shifts and employ 3 persons, providing job opportunities for 3 workers instead of 1. And that is what my intelligent, eloquent younger sister, or should I say my daughter, explained as 1-3-3. This policy aims to drive economic growth, improve service delivery, and create jobs in both the public and private sectors, and will prioritize the needs of our young people. And for the policy to thrive, the government will have to invest in security and public safety measures, including recruiting additional personnel, enhancing street lighting to promote nighttime economic activity. Essential components of the public sector's 24-hour service, that is for the public sector, would include a 24-hour port and harbour, 24-hour customs service, 24-hour banking service, 24-hour vehicle licensing service, and 24-hour passport services, amongst others. I also intend to incentivize the private sector to operate 24 hours, and targeted sectors in the private sector would include 24-hour agro-processing, 24-hour manufacturing, 24-hour construction, 24-hour sanitation and waste management, 24-hour transport services, 24-hour financial institutions, and 24-hour retail and tourism services. Aside from incentives that will be provided for these businesses that will sign up for the policy, increased demand will be driven by deliberate government procurement of locally made goods, an expanded export drive under the ETLS, which is the ECOWAS Trade Liberalization Scheme, and the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. This will absorb the increased supply of goods and services that we do not use locally. These enhancements will create decent, well-paying jobs and training opportunities for you, our vibrant Ghanaian youth. Empowering our youth through digital skills. My younger brothers and sisters, ICT is vital to our 24-hour economic policy. We will equip young people with digital skills and job opportunities, including the 1 million coders program that I referred to previously. The Accra Digital Center was established under my presidency to facilitate jobs for you, the young people. We will decentralize the center to other regions, and these centers will train students and unemployed graduates, enabling them to capitalize on digital job opportunities. We will work with the telecom companies to reduce data costs and deploy free Wi-Fi in all our schools and selected public places. And we have the capacity to do this. With fiber, with satellite internet, we can provide free Wi-Fi services to all our public institutions. My dear Ghanaian youth, the 8-hour work system that we currently operate is woefully inadequate to generate the production, the productivity, and well-paying jobs that are needed to revive Ghana's bankrupt economy. They are also inadequate to produce enough jobs for our young people. As I stated during my John Mahama Live virtual event some weeks ago, extraordinary times require extraordinary interventions for exceptional results. Ghana is experiencing extraordinary hardships, and the youth are also choking under the yoke of these hardships. This being the case, the 24-hour economy initiative is the best and most extraordinary pathway to generating the decent and well-paying jobs that our young people need, the jobs that our young people are waiting for. We will create an enabling environment with deliberate policies for business, companies, and government institutions to operate 24/7 in a 3-hour shift system to stimulate job creation. I'm determined to provide the necessary incentives such as favorable tax, cheaper and more reliable power in order to encourage this. We'll also provide financial support through the Ghana Exim Bank from our oil revenues and the Women's Development Bank, amongst others. And this is why the Trade Union Congress described the 24-hour economy initiative, and I quote, as a great idea that could be the game changer for youth employment. And also note that the Ghana Federation of Labour, the Chamber of Local Governments, the National Union of Ghana Students, and the IEA, amongst many other well-meaning Ghanaians, have spoken favorably about the 24-hour economy initiative. We shall not fail them. We shall deliver to exceed their expectations. And we will create the jobs that you young people have been waiting for. And when these jobs are created, none of you will be left out. But let me say at this point that before I left office in January 2017, my government, through the NDPC, that's the National Development Planning Commission, had developed a 40-year development plan. And this 40-year development plan had captured the 24-hour economy initiative. So it's not like a new initiative. We had thought about it already in 2017. My children, my young brothers and sisters, elections have consequences. And this is why you must vote wisely for change on December 7th. You must vote for John and Jane, and also for your NDC parliamentary candidate. Because we need a healthy majority in Parliament to be able to carry out the programs that are needed to provide jobs for our young people. I'm resolute in my commitment to establish a dedicated ministry for youth development. This ministry will centralize the coordination of youth initiatives in Ghana. It will facilitate job creation. It will promote entrepreneurship. It will provide scholarships and enhance youth participation in decision making, while ensuring the effective implementation of the National Youth Authority Act. Despite various initiatives, a significant gap still exists between the skills offered by educational institutions and the demands of our job market. Only about 10% of our young people receive formal skills training, and thereby hampering their employability and their economic prospects. This current situation is detrimental to innovation and economic growth, and particularly affecting artisans and craftsmen who need access to modern tools and training. And therefore, to address these shortcomings, the next NDC government will partner with religious bodies and other non-governmental organizations to invest in diverse skills development programs to enhance the economic opportunities that are available to our young people. And so, the National Apprenticeship Program, which is NAP, and the expanded TVET centers will provide skills upscaling for youth who do not progress to the tertiary level. Political bias and nepotism have tarnished the recruitment processes within Ghana's security services and our public sector. This undermines trust in public institutions and creates disillusionment amongst our youth. Under my leadership, recruitment will be decentralized to ensure equitable representation of all our citizenry within the security agencies and our public services. We shall not do secret recruitment in the bedrooms of party chairmen or in chiefs' palaces. We will give the opportunity for all young Ghanaians who want to serve to be able to do so. According to a 2023 study by the Center for Democratic Development, 55% of young professionals in these fields reported delayed postings or recruitment bottlenecks due to favoritism and political interference. Now talk about challenges in our secondary and tertiary education sectors. Our secondary education sector is grappling with overcrowding and inadequate resources, contributing to diminished quality overall. A study by Africa Education Watch revealed that between the 2019-2020 and the 2022-2023 academic years, government's annual per student spending under the free SHS program was only 23%, while parents bore the remaining 77% of cost of education. The next NDC government will improve the free SHS program. We will engage the stakeholders in education and ensure proper infrastructure and sustainable dedicated funding for free SHS. We shall also decentralize the procurement of food and other supplies to the headmasters and school basers in order to improve the quality of food and also boost the local economies in the districts where the schools are located. We shall expand access by building more infrastructure in existing secondary schools, and we shall dedicate funding to completing the E-blocks in order that more children can have the opportunity to go to school. We will abolish the double track system. So that all our children can go to school at the same time and vacate at the same time. Our kids will not come and stay at home for 4 months and go to school having forgotten everything they learned in the previous term. Moreover, tertiary students face financial barriers, with over 40% struggling to afford education and accommodation. And as I recently announced during a visit to the University of Ghana, my government will partner with the private sector to demarcate a portion of the vast tracts of land that the universities are holding to construct hostels for students on campus at reasonable rates. And thereby address the accommodation challenges that students are facing. The professional institutions of architects and engineers will be engaged to provide uniform designs for these hostels and a costing of the hostels that will be built on all campuses, and that will be under our program of a bed for all students to be able to stay on campus. We'll also launch the No Fee Stress initiative, providing fee-paying support to eligible students, especially through the Student Loan Trust Fund. The reintroduction of a quota system has reduced admissions across both nursing and teacher training sectors, restricting entry for many youth who desire to train as teachers and nurses. We deplore the Akufo-Addo-Bawumia administration's practice of opening the recruitment portal only when elections are coming. We will implement a policy of continuous recruitment of teachers and nurses, especially for the underserved areas. The next NDC government pledges to abolish the teacher licensure exam. We will make teacher licensing a part of the final year program in colleges of education. The John and Jane administration will implement strategies to address teacher accommodation challenges, especially in rural areas, offering incentives to encourage them to accept postings to underserved areas. Ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, only 20% of youth-led startups receive the necessary funding or mentorship. This lack of support results in high failure rates among young entrepreneurs, stifling innovation and job creation. And so the next NDC government will prioritize support for young entrepreneurs to ensure that they have access to capital and business development services and training. We will support them with funds to start and accelerate the pace of already existing youth-owned businesses. And now, the iconic Women's Development Bank. The Women's Development Bank will also help ensure gender equality by providing funds to millions of women across the country. My dear young women, I urge you to take advantage of the prospect that this Women's Bank is going to offer. You can start your small and medium enterprises, and you can be sure that the little capital and credit that you need will be provided. Training will be provided on how to manage your businesses so that you can grow your businesses and create more jobs for yourself and the teeming youth of this country. This unique bank will focus on job creation and the myriad of challenges women-owned businesses face in accessing credit and financial resources. The bank will further focus on providing financial services and products that are tailored to the needs of women entrepreneurs and business owners in Ghana. It will train young females and non-graduates in entrepreneurship and finance them to start food and beverage, manufacturing branches, agro-processing, trading and commerce and marketing of various local products. The Women's Bank will be one of the major sources for reducing imports because it will micro-target products that stimulate import substitution. As the Exim Bank promotes exports, the Women's Bank will enhance import substitution. A new crop of youth agribusiness people will be financed and mentored to boost the agro-processing space. We implement a program to supply simple agro-processing equipment and capital to young entrepreneurs to add value to local produce for the domestic market and also for export. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been excited watching and listening to all the presentations that were made here today, because our youth who have spoken here today and made presentations have confirmed that our young people are our future change makers. For me, John Dramani Mahama, I've always recognized the incredible potential and power of our young people. I'll continue to recognize and appreciate the importance of empowering them to help shape a better tomorrow for our country. And in conclusion, my young Ghanaians, dare to dream and dare to achieve. Our dreams can transform not only our future, but also the future of our communities, our country, and the world at large. You are the catalyst for positive change. And through you, your inspiring actions and determination, we can bring about the transformation change that our world and our country desperately needs. Young people, remember always to dream big. Remember always to aim high. And remember always to strive for greatness. The power you wield as a young Ghanaian is immense and powerful. By unleashing your potential and embracing your destiny, you can make a global impact. Understand that the future of our nation lies in your hands, and we're committed to supporting you every step of the way in realizing your full potential. Young people are the driving force behind sustainable development, and your voices need to be heard loud and clear. And this is why I've decided, in addition to this function on International Youth Day, to host a Mahama Youth Town Hall meeting later tonight at the Bukom Boxing Arena. Through this one-of-a-kind event, I will engage with young people directly and listen to your concerns and aspirations. Your vote as a young Ghanaian is not just a choice, but is a powerful tool for shaping the future of our country. And so as you join hands with me to build the Ghana we want together, I assure you I will wage a relentless fight against corruption. I can assure you Corrupt officials will be brought to book, whether they are serving in the current administration or in the administration that I will lead by the grace of God come January 7th, 2025. We must take this country that was given to us, bequeathed to us by those who struggled for independence, including our world-recognized founder, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. We must take this country. We must take that country, Ghana, back from the small family cabal and open up the opportunities for all our people, irrespective of politics, ethnicity, or religion. You can also be assured that as we have promised, some of the obnoxious taxes that have been imposed on our people and have become a heavy tax burden will be scrapped, including the e-levy. The betting tax, emissions, and other taxes. My brothers and sisters, I urge you to stand with us and stand for your dreams and stand for the Ghana we want to build together. Together we can build the Ghana we want, where every young Ghanaian has the opportunity to succeed and not just based on family and relationships. With these policy proposals, I invite you, the youth of Ghana, to partner with me and Nana Jane in our shared commitment to restore the nation's potential for future generations. Together, let us forge a brighter path for Ghana, a nation where the dreams of our youth can flourish. Let us work together towards a future of progress and prosperity for all. And I wish you a happy International Youth Day. And I have the honor and privilege to declare the NDC National Youth Manifesto duly launched.
Hello. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We're almost there. Hey, that's my filler. What's the the thing I wrote. Hello? Hello? Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. The thing he has told us is sweet in our ear, pa. So, Your Excellency, we will come and demand them all, and we know you will deliver. Thank you so very much for centering the youth of Ghana. Novio, please let me. I've practiced this my ever. So Novio, Ghana here, Trotroye, Mede Kuku, Dako, not JMC. Apena Mikaka. Yawayena, Yang Kudi, Ghana na Niaman Sakia, Yang Kudi ku vote Kuba JM, the NDC parliamentary candidate Duka, Shine Sakia Muna Bida, Yang Kudi, Allah Yabamu Nasara. Please, you can clap for me, it's not easy. And to my Wala people, of course, I'll be amazed if I don't speak Wali, be Wala. So, in your Dabani, your Pogoba, Mbamine, Nimamine, your Baraka, your loyalty, Nduku, NDC over the years, John Dramani Mahama, or your Liankuna rewarded thing. So, tell la Gara Deunga to launch our youth manifesto. At moment, Rupile Labla. So, a message of hope, of rescue, of reset. At the Ghana Upper West region, Agenda 1111 is on course. Let us deliver and make sure that we create a situation where nobody again will ever think they have any grounds in the Upper West region. The NDC is our inheritance. To to lesserable to inheritance. La ya baraka ya raja, kenoga. Ya yalkanyeja vote aku John Dramani Mahama vote kwa NDC parliamentary candidate ja sobla yoma. Ya baraka ya raja. Thank you all so very much. We're almost at the end now, and I would like, before I call on Malam Mazu Abbas, who would give us the closing prayer, and Comrade Ruth Delacedo, who will give us the closing remarks. We have a departing performance by Kula from the University of Ghana. So please remain seated. After the performance, Ruth, after the performance. Yeah, you're already here. Okay, so Ruth will give us closing remarks. We'll take a performance and then the the closing prayer. Please remain seated. Thank you. Thank you, madam.
Jobs. We are changing for jobs, decent jobs, well-paying jobs, sustainable jobs. As we conclude the launch of our youth manifesto, we stand at the crossroads of history today. Today is not just about launching a manifesto. It is about igniting a revolution, a revolutionary journey towards securing a brighter and a better future for ourselves. This manifesto is not just a piece of paper. It is a battle cry. It is not mere words. It is a sacred covenant between the NDC and the young people of this country. It is not the usual rhetoric. It is a declaration of our shared values, our vision, our hopes, our aspirations, and our commitment to young people. I assure you, we will not be silenced. We will not be sidelined. And we will not wait for permission to lead. We are the change makers, the disruptors, the ones who will rewrite the rules and history. The time for talk is over. The time for half measures is done. It's time to rise and to organize and to take back our future with the force of conviction. The power is in our hands, and we will wield it without fear, without hesitation. This is our moment. Let's make history. Not tomorrow, not someday, but right now. The world will hear us, and they will know that we are unstoppable, and we will be the change, and we will change that we need so badly. Thank you, Your Excellency, the incoming President of the Republic of Ghana. Thank you, Your Excellency, the incoming Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Thank you, our General Secretary. Thank you, the youth of this country. Thank you, all our FEC members and our NEC members. Thank you, our regional youth organizers, our constituency youth organizers, our branch youth organizers. Thank you, our committee, planning committee, led by Honorable Okai Minta, the chairman of the youth committee. Thank you, our finance committee. Thank you, the media. Thank you to everybody. May the Almighty Allah bless us all. And may we see each other on the grounds working to see the change that we so much desire. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Kula from the University of Ghana.